Okay, burns. You got three ways that it gets worse. You got the place that you're burnt, you got the amount of you that's burnt, and you got how deep you're burnt. Place, neck, arm, what's worse? Can't breathe, neck. Make sense? Don't make sense? Think about it. Do you want to breathe or not? Yeah? Want to breathe? Me too. In addition to that, let's talk about how much. Now, you're on the beach. You're having a good time. You fall asleep because you're having such a good time. You wake up. Maybe you don't. Half your body's burnt. Damn. Think about if half your body's burnt. You could be having an exceptionally bad time. The exceptional bad time, full-blown shock. You go to hospital. Maybe you die. Maybe you don't go to the hospital. Maybe no one called 911. Maybe you fell asleep, you did this, and then you were burnt so much that you are now the crispy bacon. You got a problem. Let's think about that. Depth. How crispy is the bacon? We've got first, second, third degree. First degree burn. Outside skin. We've got skin. It gets red. It has problems. Have you been burned before? Have you been burned before? It's the first degree. Okay. You get some redness. Hooray. Second degree. Blisters. You got fluid underneath. Pop. Don't pop the blisters. Do not do that. You've got fluid in the blisters. We got blisters and fluid, fluid and blisters. Third degree. All the way down, lots of tissue. Open, it's open. What is open? Open, closed wound. Open, skin broken. Closed, skin not broken. Open wound, blisters open. Not blisters, they exploded. We were open. Open wound. There's discoloration. I'm not bleeding. Why do I see my bone? Third degree burn. Dealing with burn. First, second, third degree. First and second degree burn. You're not open. There's no open wound. You're not dealing with blood. You're not dealing with open blood. You can cover as needed. Use wet dressing. We have dressing. We wet it. We put the wet dressing on the wet dressing. We put the wet dressing on the wet dressing with some wet dressing. It's probably sterile. We hope. Helps with comfort and things. In general, with most burns, you're probably flushing it with water. Hey, look, it's wet. There's more water. We'll talk about that in a minute. Third degree burns. We're back to the dressing this time. This time it's dry. Why is it dry? Because we got a bunch of stuff in us. It's open. We don't want to put the stuff in us to make more stuff in us with the open stuff in us. I flushed it. Why did I flush it? Something's up my arm, and that's below my arm. That's open. I flushed it into the arm. Now I'm infected. Now they have to chop my arm off. But I had an arm. Don't flush if it's open, because then the stuff gets in, and then it gets necrotic. What's necrotic? Stuff gets bad. Don't do that. First, second degree, wet's fine. Third degree, open, dry, cover, hospital. They'll figure it out. Yeah, heat burns. It's hot. You put your hand on the stove. You took your hand off the stove. Now your hand's burned because of the stove. Why'd you do that? Okay, we're here now. Find the stove. Not the stove, the faucet, the sink. Find the sink. Put your hand under sink. Put your hand under running water for up to 30 minutes. Seriously. Some places, medical, whatever, say 10 minutes. Some say 15, some say 30, some say, I don't know. The point is, the place that I was trained said up to 30 minutes. So I'm telling you up to 30 minutes. I was trained years ago and it never changed. Okay, it's more than 10 minutes. It's less than 30 minutes. It's somewhere in there. Run your hand under it. Did you burn your hand on the stove and then you put your hand under the faucet for 5 minutes? It's still burning because it wasn't long enough. Put under it for longer. At some point, you should probably call an ambulance too. Oops, that hand was burning. That didn't work. Okay, so what we should do, we're burning. Heat burn. Someone calls ambulance. Immediately flush underwater. You flush underwater till the paramedics get there because they took less than 30 minutes. Unless they took more than 30 minutes. I'm sorry. That ain't a good time. Oh, paramedics taking more than 30 minutes. I just got depressed. Okay, anyways. So, once again, heat burns. We burned, we got heat. We deal with heat. We take heat off as best we can. But what if it's a third degree burn? Then we shouldn't flush it. True, but what if you're on fire? Right. Okay, so if you have a third degree burn, generally you don't flush it. But if you have a third degree burn because you're on fire and it's a heat burn, it's still burning you, you got to get the heat off. How do you get the heat off? Well, you can stop, drop, and roll. But if that doesn't work, if you have a shower, if you have a hose, whatever, put the fire out. But in general, third degree burns, once again, don't flush. But with heat burns in general, you do flush. I just said flush, don't flush. Do we follow? Do we get it yet? Let's backtrack. Heat, ow, faucet, 10 to 30 minutes. Just go closer to 30. Why? Because it's better to not be burnt. I didn't mention cool water, not cold water. Let's put that in earlier too. Just keep saying cool. He's going to say cool later. Cool water, use cool water, please. Don't use cold. You don't need to. There's a whole thing with heat transfer rates. We'll talk about that now, actually. So, I want you to imagine, just envision, you're having a great day. You take your hand off of the stove. You are the waffle. Oh no. And then you think, I'm not going to listen to the tirade we just went on about water. I'm going to slather butter on, because when I put butter on my waffle, I taste fantastic, and I need to make sure that I taste fantastic. This was first aid 90 years ago. Now it's not. Okay, don't put butter on burns. Just use the water. Why? I'm going to give you the sciencey reason first. The sciencey reason to use water is because there's something called heat transfer rates, the rate at which heat transfers, the rate at which stuff, heat, temperature, goes from one thing to another thing. Water has the highest heat transfer rate out of any chemical, pretty much, that exists that isn't harmful to the human body. So you want to put temperature onto something or take it off of something, water's going to do it the best. So that's the sciencey reason. Let me give you the other reason. Here's the real fun reason. You put something on you that's not water, you go to the hospital, you go to burn ward, it's stuck to you. They have to have a clean wound. They're going to have to clean that wound. Now, if you're lucky, if you're in a medical sector that has expensive stuff, they'll have medical grade maggots, and they'll dump you into maggots, or they'll dump maggots onto you, and the maggots will eat away the dead skin and clean that up for them, and you can bathe in maggots because they won't eat, your live skin. That's if you're lucky. If you're not lucky, they have to have a clean wound. They're going to take a steel scraper, and they're going to scrape off whatever you put on your arm. So if you put toothpaste on your arm because it's minty fresh, right? I want to be minty fresh. It must cool me. So if you put toothpaste on your arm and it sticks to your arm, now you've got a raw skin situation because of the burn, and they are scraping that off you. And you don't get painkillers because they have to assess you on pain scale to figure out if you have nerve damage. So they're just going to scream. Love that. That's just a great. So anyways, please just use water. They don't know, medical professionals don't enjoy this. They don't want to clean toothpaste off of your arm. They don't want to deal with that. Just use the water, please. Please. It doesn't have to be that complicated. Now, look, if you're in an environment that doesn't have water, damn. It depends. It's so weird for me. Like to even think about that. What could you even use if you don't have water that would be available? Like, what would you have access to? Like, you don't have water, but you have this other thing. What would that other thing even be? I'm not even sure what that would be technically. Because in almost any situation you'd be in where you didn't have water, you probably wouldn't have that other magical thing I'm going to suggest anyway. Like, you could have burn ointments, but anywhere you have burn ointments, you should have access to water, really. So, okay, no. If you're in a car accident or something, and you're in an environment where all you have is a first aid kit, and there isn't water nearby because it's kind of remote, then the first aid kit might have a burn ointment in it that can be used to cool the area. But usually, burn ointments aren't used to cool like a heat burn. They're used for long-term recovery from the burn once you've cooled it. So usually, like aloe vera gel, for example, isn't going to cool down a heat burn. It's going to help with pain and etc. long-term once first aid is ended. Find the water. Please find the water. Don't go to burn ward, scraping and screaming and just work. Don't make me work. What is this? Okay, we're already working. Don't have to work more. Make this simple. Okay, we did the heat burns. Fantastic. Now we can talk about chemical burns. Oh, I love chemical burns. Oh, chemical burns. Chemical burns are the best part of the first aid course for a lot of instructors because chemical burns are like a speed run. Here's chemical burns. If it's dry, brush it off, flush it with water. If it's wet, flush it with water. That's chemical burns. That's it. That's all you have to know. That's it. Is it okay? Did you get some powder on you? Is it burning? Are you melting? Are you melting? Okay, great. Brush it off. Flush it with water. Just flush the darn thing with water. Okay, it's not that complicated. If you work in a business that has a lot of very, very nasty chemicals, you probably have a chemical shower in a central location. If you don't, think about one. So what's a chemical shower? You have basically a quick release, and it's a shower head, and you get all the nasty stuff on you, and you go, and then it flushes, and then you just get all the flushing on you, and the water's everywhere, and You're screaming, but now you're screaming less. Okay, chemical burns. What is a sign or symptom of a chemical burn? You spill a bunch of stuff on you, it turns all sorts of funny colors, and the casualty's probably screaming. Okay, chemical burns are fairly obvious. If you get some sort of fluid on you that you don't know what it do, flush it. And not flush you down the toilet. Okay, get water and then flush the thing. Please, it's not that complicated. Okay, electrical burns. Electrical burns are kind of like heat burns, kind of. Depending on the way that you have it. Now, there could be a flash burn, which it's just kind of like flashes, and there's a contact burn. Contact burn is when goes in here and it comes out somewhere. I don't know where. So flash burn, contact burn, flash burn. Basically, it's like a 3rd-degree heat burn, kind of. So hits you, flashes off, and the area looks like it's been struck by lightning in a video game. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm trying to not put gross pictures up for everybody to explain, but think about it. Like the lightning or the electricity, or not lightning, the electricity arcs, flashes the area, and then you have a burn in the hand. So what do? What's first aid for a 3rd-degree heat burn? Basically, dry dressing on top, hospital. Why? It's open, it's burned, you don't know what's going to happen, infection, go to a hospital. Good luck with that. Contact burn. Contact burn, same type of idea, except there's an entry and an exit wound. So, entry, exit. Went in this hand, came out that hand. Where'd it go? What's burned? All of me. Who knows? Anything in between. If you have a contact burn, go to a hospital, because you might have a burn in your lung. It might just be a hole in your lung, or goes in your hand, comes out your leg. Your kidney might be dinner. Your kidney, like, who knows? Who knows what's burned, okay? So once again, contact area, bandage is necessary. Hooray, off we go. Radiation burns. So with radiation burns, it could be nuclear radiation, Chernobyl, here we go. Could be the sun. If you're burnt by the sun or radiation, you can't take the burn off of you. The reality is that you're just being burnt by energy effectively, and you can't take the energy off the thing. It's not going to work. You have to just stop it from happening more. So get them out of the sun. And then all the first aid for this is pain management. So if they want a cold or damp towel, then great. Don't give them like prescription painkillers. This is first aid. What are you doing? Look, cold environment, towel. Maybe the skin is so sensitive you put the towel on them, they scream. Don't give them the towel then. If it's blistered everywhere, hospital. This is a medical situation helping with it, and prevention thing too. So sunscreen's good. Don't sit in the sun forever. Oh, interesting little factoid here. If you're in a pool, if you're in the water, it doesn't protect you from the sun. The sun refracts off of the water and burns you faster. So if you go in the water with a sunburn, it just makes the sunburn faster and worse. The water, this isn't exactly true, but you're basically in a whole bunch of mirrors that are just reflecting onto you from different angles, burning you more. But it feels good though, right? And you come out and you are the rock lobster. Ridiculous.